Hi, it's Pete Williams here from Element Drum Tuition and welcome to the Drum Gym. In today's video lessons we're going to be looking at 30-second note linear drum fills. Now I think when drummers first see these they look really impressive and they're a great kind of flashy tool to have in your arsenal for a bit of showing off. I don't think the concept behind them is particularly complicated, but I do think that they take quite a lot of patience to build up the speed required to make them impressive. So the sort of fundamentals behind them are quite simple building blocks, but it's getting those building blocks up to speed. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is look at playing a couple of different groups. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to look at a group of 4, and all that group of 4 is going to be a right hand, a left hand and 2 feet. So you've got right, left, kick, kick. Okay, so let's try that repeated slowly on the snare drum and between the snare drum and the bass drum. Okay, so once we're comfortable with that building block and we can play that nice and smoothly, let's try the next one. So this one's a group of 6 and we're going to play right, left, kick, kick. So it's 4 hands, 2 feet, and that gives you a group of 6. So let's practice repeating that. So those 2 blocks are going to make the fundamental basis of all the fills I'm going to show you, and I think the real challenge here is having the patience and dedication to get them smooth slowly and to work with a metronome to slowly increase that speed to a point where it starts to become really impressive. Foot technique, something that varies quite widely with players. I tend to, if that's my pedal, I tend to do I call it toe heel. I mean, I don't know what other people want to call it, but playing with the toes and then sliding up and using my foot, this kind of a thing. Some people prefer a heel toe technique, but I think once you get up to faster speeds with these exercises, you're going to find it really, really hard to play with just a straight heel down technique. So you're probably going to have to employ some kind of more complex bass drum pattern. So we're doing a 30-second note drum fill. That means if we play a whole bar fill, we need to have 32 hits, 32 notes in our bar. Now, I'm going to put together some simple combinations of the group of 4 and the group of 6. They're going to add up to 32, and I'll annotate them at the bottom. But just so you can see, for example, if we take, a simple one would be, if we take 4 groups of 6, that gives us 24 notes. We'll add a 4 to that, a group of 4, and that gives us 28 notes. So then we know that we need to give 4 more hits to finish our bar. So for example, we could just add right, left, and then that would leave the next note as the crash. So we could have 6, 6, 6, 6, our group of 4, and then we could just finish with 4 hands. One thing to bear in mind with these fills is that if you end up organising them, so the last thing in your bar, the last 2 30-second notes are bass drums, you can't, without a double pedal, it's going to be really challenging at speed to play a crash on the one with the next bass drum. So you end up playing a crash and a snare most probably, unless you're a double kick player. Okay, so next up I'm going to slowly play through some different combinations, and I'll just put the numbers at the bottom so you can hear. Sometimes to resolve them, like in the example I just gave you, I just add some straight hands on the end. And one last thing I should probably add is if you're wondering why I'm steering away from groups of 8 and just trying to stick to 4 and 6, it's because when you play in a 30-second note subdivision, each beat would have 8 hits in. So when you phrase in 8ths, if you went for a group of 8, which would be right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, foot, you're reinforcing a beat and it starts to sound a bit squarer. So sticking to 4 hits, which would be half a beat of 30 seconds, or 6, 3/4 of a beat, I think it gives it a much better flowing feeling. Okay, so once you've got that, let's hear one of these combinations played with the groove. So I'm going to start focusing in now on just one combo. So it's going to be 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 4, and the final 4, rather than being right, left, foot, foot, I've just changed to right, left, so I can get on the crash on the 1. Okay, so once we're happy playing our fill with a groove, let's make the magic happen and look at the orchestration. So we've got our group 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 4. So just as an example, I'm going to move this round the kit as follows. So I'm going to play snare, 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 kick, kick, high, 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 kick, kick, snare, high, kick, kick, snare, high, kick, kick, snare, high, kick, kick, floor, 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 crash. Okay, so that's just one way of doing it. Now, a good thing to think about here is we think about how many combinations of groups there are of combining these 4s and 6s. There's probably quite a lot, hundreds, maybe thousands. But if you take just one group, there'll be millions of combinations of how you can explore and move this around the drum kit. Now, a good drummer will take a bass pattern like 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 4, the one we're working on, and he'll be able to play that in tons of different ways, okay? So he's getting a lot more mileage out of knowing one thing. So it might look like he knows tons of stuff, but just by moving his hands around the kit and getting comfortable doing it in different ways, he can make that one thing go a lot further. Let's hear that now. Okay guys, I hope you found this video useful. I'll put some notation for the exercises in my blog, and I'll pop a link below in the description. Please let me know if there's anything else you want to see that could be useful to you guys. Subscribe for future content. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks very much.